This is Goto Seikichiro's Kami no Tabi, otherwise known by the title The Journey of Paper. Bound at the beginning of the book are paper samples, accompanied by a key that identifies the production area, the type of paper, and material used to create the pulp, as well as dimensions and a stock name. Several of the paper samples were made by Goto himself. From a bird's eye view, Goto educates the reader about the various stages of papermaking, from harvest to shipment. Through the text and illustrations, he also describes the lived experiences of the papermakers he observes. A student of Menkei, an early 20th century Japanese movement concerned with legitimizing the beauty of craft objects made for everyday use by ordinary people, Goto was a prominent craftsperson and maker. His Journey of Paper was a documentary effort to combat growing ambivalence for Washi culture in the wake of industrial papermaking. In the mid-19th century, the invention of the rotary press revolutionized newspaper production, and papermaking was accordingly adapted for mass production. Swapping from rag to wood pulp, better suited to the continuous paper rolls and automated paper machines. By the early 20th century, Western-style paper mills had well overtaken Japan's handmade paper production. Made possible by years of travel and visits and community practice, The Journey of Paper recounts the origins, techniques, and regional attributes of Japan's remaining handmade paper, or washi culture. At this opening, Goto describes a village, quote, surrounded by small hills with a clear stream at its center. All but 5 households are involved in the paper industry. The entire village is covered in pure snow, and it is silent, not a sound to be heard other than the murmuring river. It is only 8 o'clock, and the entire village seems to be asleep. Then, as the morning sunlight begins to shine on one side of the hills, the whole village suddenly becomes noisy. It is as if everyone has made an arrangement. You realize how late the sunlight arrives in this cold mountain village, and the villagers carry the paper they have made, stored on their backs, to a paper drying area that is spread out over several levels of the sunny hillside. An older woman carries a child on her back. The Journey of Paper really does it all. Interspersed among such anecdotes are explicit records of the histories, environs, economies, techniques, and tools, both traditional and adapted, of Japan's washi culture, all captured using Goto's masterful katazome, or stencil-dyed illustrations. Seen here, katazome is a Japanese method of dyeing textiles and paper using a resist paste applied through a stencil. A resist is any applied medium through which ink or dyes cannot penetrate. With this kind of resist dyeing, a rice flour mixture is applied using a brush or a tool such as a palette knife. Pigment is added by hand painting, immersion, or both. Where the paste mixture covers and permeates the paper, pigment applied later will not penetrate. The Journey of Paper was an obvious addition to Houghton's collections. The historic paper collections here, such as the Rosamond B. Loring Decorated Paper Collection, aim to document the histories of papermaking and preserve diverse specimens of the craft. This tells the story of papermaking methods and makers, but also exemplifies how different graphic arts processes like papermaking and illustration co-mingle and persist in partnership. Washi is an important and influential papermaking tradition that has seen a resurgence in recent years, with the popularity of decorated papers in scrapbooks and journals, and washi tape.